What's good, Black Star Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jared. Y'all, today we're gonna be looking at a video from Brother Jeremy Hill. But first, I just want to say this: Merry Christmas to everybody, and to a Happy New Year, and to a new year. We will be going into 2025 is here. It is literally less than 10 days away. Man, this year went by fast. But I just want to say this for all the new incoming subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing to the new channel, Thank you guys for coming in and appreciating the work that I put into my content. Even though I review videos, I will be starting this next year, 2025. I will be starting to do more original content, because I want to bring you guys a better plethora of content than just doing review videos. I will start to do more gun content. I know I said this year, but next year I got a couple of plans to, start doing a couple of new gun builds and stuff like that. I'm still going to try to get a project car so I can start bringing you content dealing with cars, expanding my arsenal of content for you guys. So I just want to let you guys know that. But let's go ahead and get started, because this video in particular, this is one that's going to be a little bit, unique. And what I mean by unique, the people that Jeremy about to review is absolutely crazy. Let's go ahead and get started.
Now, because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm going to be discussing in this reaction video, man, I'm going to touch on that thing we always be hearing about, how women think they're the prize and yada, 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 right? But with this one, it's a little different, because I'm about to show you a beta male simp, a sucker, who's going to attempt to justify why men should stop thinking or viewing themselves as the prize and always view the woman as a prize. In other words, put the woman on the pedestal, okay? And after that, I'm gonna show you a woman who says, if a man thinks that he is the prize, if he think he has value, then he doesn't love you, woman. So let me go ahead and get started on this right quick. Give me a second as I put on your screen, y'all. 1 second, looking forward. Boom. Now check this out, Jack. Let's get it.
It is so sad that we have a generation of men today that think that they are the prize, to the point where some of you men will literally argue with a woman, argue against the nature of what God designed it and created it to be. I could have sworn it said, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. I could have sworn.
Now let's get.
Okay, before Jeremy says what he's going to say. He who finds a good thing, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. But let's be completely honest about this. Are most of the women that are out here walking around here that are single, but they are mingling, having sex all over the place, every which way, doing the nasty every day with multiple different men, are these what you will refer to as good things? Because what I would say is this: majority, if not most, of these women out here nowadays, they're not worthy of being wives. If you're 34 years old and you have never been married, but you got multiple kids by multiple different men, you are not a good woman. You are the reject that men don't want. You are the bust down that men use and discard. And sorry to say it like this, but it's the truth. Women have to understand this from a young age. You can't go around here fucking as many dudes as you think you can, and then come back to the dating market when you turn 30 years old or 40 years old with multiple kids by multiple different men, and expect a man to date you and marry you because you are quote unquote reformed, or your quote unquote found God. You can't sit over here and do all this debauchery and then come around and say, I deserve this because I'm this. Women have to understand that the way that men are thinking nowadays, if you didn't want me when I was a bum, you don't deserve me when I'm a king. That's basically the way we're starting to think now. If I'm out here grinding, I don't have the money, but you're out here smashing as many dudes, selling yourself for $5.99 on damn OnlyFans. Don't expect men to take you serious when you come back to the table after you've ran your body count up and want to marry you. These scriptures are being taught this way because of the way they're written. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. That alone says he who finds a wife, not a woman with kids, but finds a wife who is made, who knows what a wife is, has found a good thing. Knowing her place as a helpmate, knowing her place as a wife to help her husband build a legacy. That is what that scripture meant. Not the way he's portraying it. And I get tired of these type of guys that are a part of this soy boy feminist movement, rewriting and rewording the way that the scriptures were written. The scriptures were written that way for a specific reason. Not to say he who finds a wife finds a good thing, meaning any woman. If a man finds a wife, she is married. She will be married. But if a man finds a whore or a bust down, he will not marry that woman. He is going to use her for what her purpose is, and discard her. And that's me being blunt and honest about the situation. Let's continue.
Get to that scripture right there. Let's get to it. Because I'm so sick of hearing that scripture misused. All right. First, let me say this. When it comes to the word find, excuse me, my neck bothering me. When it comes to the word find, when you find something, it's not always intentional. Okay? You can walk around and find your set of keys without even looking for it. Doesn't mean that it's a prize. You can go to Walmart and find a good deal on some shoes or whatever, a shirt. Doesn't mean that it's a prize. It's just a deal. Okay? A prize is something that you work hard for to earn. When you go to a carnival, when you go to a fair, and there's a teddy bear, you want to win it for your sweetie pie and all that stuff right there, then you have to put forth effort. You have to throw the ball, knock down the bottles and stuff. You have to earn a prize. In scripture, God never made Adam earn Eve. Eve was a gift to Adam. Her nature, her nomenclature was that of a helpmeet or a helpmate or an assistant to Adam, which is a symbol to man and woman now, showing that the woman's nature is that of a subservient underneath the authority of a man. Okay? We do not earn women. Women earn us. She earns her way to us through her feminine actions, her willingness to submit, her pleasant attitude, her femininity. That is her divine nomenclature, her divine action and destiny and purpose. Her purpose is to follow and to obey the man. So when you use scripture, sir, know what the hell you are talking about. He that finds a wife finds a good thing. The only thing that makes a woman a wife is the mentality of a feminine woman. So when you find a woman and she lacks that of a feminine woman mentality, then you did not find a good thing. That scripture is meaning that you find a wife who has already been taught how to be domesticated, how to allow herself to be groomed by her husband. She already understands how to perform domestic chores around the house, how to be respectful to the man, how to raise the children. When you find a woman with that type of mentality, sir, then you find a good thing. Men today are marrying women who lack that mentality. And if you ask a man who marries a woman who is a gold digger, who is an adulteress, who is not willing to raise the children, who is disrespectful, ask that man today, do he feel as if he found a good thing?
And you know something. This pertains to a situation that's going on in today's world. The Travis Hunter situation with his girlfriend or his fiance. Now, everybody is seeing what's going on with this girl. The only person that doesn't see it is Travis. This woman has been exposed so many different ways, upside down. And Travis, believing that he has a Proverbs 31 woman, isn't listening to the media, isn't listening to anybody close to him, isn't listening to anybody that has wisdom on the subject. This man believes that he has found a wife. But as you and I can see, this man didn't find nothing but a gold digger, a 304, a woman that's basically trying to grasp the bag because she believes that she found something good. She found a husband, but she is not a wife. And the bad part is, Travis is going to learn the hard way. That brother is going to learn the hard way. He's going to get stoned in every which way. That brother is going to be hurt, because the way that woman is moving, the way that woman has him wrapped around her finger, when he finally recognizes what's going on, he's going to realize that everybody that was trying to warn him cares about him. Now, I care about the brother because I can see him. I can see me and him. I was once his age. I can see the problems. I can see the mistakes that I made in him. Gentlemen, men like this, they ignore, specifically for this brother, men like this ignore red flags for scriptural reasons. And what I mean by that is this: they believe that every woman is a wife. They never look at the red flags. They are only led by the Bible solely. Life experiences, they discard those. So they are specifically led by the Bible and not by the Bible and life lessons. And this brother's a fool. A fool and his money will depart from each other in this certain aspect.
There is a criteria that makes a woman a wife, and it comes down to her mentality, what she believes, her attitudes, her outlooks on life, as well as relationships. These are the things that makes a wife a wife. And if you want to go into religion, sir, it's also about how she views her God's instructions, because God instructs the woman to allow the man to have rule over her through the Old Testament all the way to the New Testament. So I can't stand when we get these beta male sucker simps come on here and they try to use scripture, or it's as if they're saying God is backing up this sucker narrative that they want to teach the young men. Be a doormat. Put the woman above you. Put the woman first. Let her lead you. Put yourself second. Put her first in all things. That is not the plan of God, right? Because his plan is God, man, woman, children. That is biblically proven. That is scripturally proven. And what you're saying is that of a man who agrees with the feminist mindset. Let's keep going.
I had to do a double take because the way some of y'all dudes be arguing over being the prize, I thought the Bible said she who finds a husband. Nope, it don't say that. When you find a wife, you obtain favor physically, spiritually, mentally, financially, all of the above and more. When you find a wife, it's not.
Okay, so let me rewind that back because the way that he said that shit was completely off.
Some of y'all dudes be arguing over being the prize.
Well, what this brother doesn't realize is technically men are the prize. And let me explain why. A man has to build himself up to be able to care, to be able to take care of, to be able to provide for his house and home, to provide for a wife. So in technical terms, both men and women are technically the prize. But women go after men who have resources. So if you want to be quite honest about the situation, women search for men with resources and become wives to those men. If that man does not have resources, technically he's not valuable. So if you want to be honest, the men with resources, the men that are out here working, out here going out here and grinding, those men are the prize. So regardless of how you see it, a woman has to search for a man of value. That man is a prize because there's multiple other women looking for that specific type of man as well. So you can't sit here and say men aren't the prize just because of some thought process you have. Men are the prize because men are being sought after from women all across the globe because they're providers. They provide a good life for women.
I thought the Bible said she who finds a husband. Nope. Favor. When you find a wife, it's not.
Now, I'm going to go back to the lady. Now, the favor part that he's talking about, that means that you have received favor of God. It does no. The woman, because God blesses you with the woman, does not necessarily mean that he's talking about favor from her. What you get from her is obedience, submission, femininity from her. You find favor from God, who decides to send you a woman who acts that way. That's where the favor that you obtain from God comes from, is that he blesses you. He shows you enough grace to supply and to give you a woman who thinks like a feminine woman. Y'all need to get y'all scriptures right, man. I ain't did nothing. I ain't did no live stream over scriptures in a while. I might get back to doing that again. But that is retarded, man. Stop using God to justify your lunacy. Now let's get to this other lady right quick. Boy, I feel sorry for the young men out there. You got suckers like that out there, and he was passionate about it. And this is not normally a religious show. Okay? But I just had to cover that. Now let me get to this right here. I want you to hear what this woman got to say. Let me put this up here. Boom. I want you to see her face as she lied to you. All right. Let's get it.
If a man ever believes that he is the prize in a relationship, he doesn't love you. He is still looking around.
If a man does not believe, if a man believes that he is the prize, if he finds value within himself and he's dating a woman, then he does not date the woman out of love because he believes that he has value. That's all this shit means. When you say I'm the prize, it just means that you see yourself as a person of value. But the difference between many men and many women is men can actually show on paper that they do have value. Let's take out the character. Let's take out, emotion. Let's take out, reputation. Let's just look and focus at what men can show on paper. They have so much money. They have houses, assets, resources, stuff like that. Majority of the time, the men has more than the women do. Regardless of the shit that they be saying that women make more money than men, 9 times out of 10, men make more than women. They definitely, they still make more money than them, but normally they have more possessions than women. So just looking at paper, just looking at what you got going on will show you that men can actually say that they have value. Now, if you add character, that's another dynamic, another dimension of it. You get what I'm saying? So, yes, if you got value, why not see yourself as a person of value? Why get criticized and demonized by a woman who loves to be victimized? Because that's all it is. They want to play victim. That's all it is. So imagine a world, ladies and gentlemen, where a woman would look at a man of value and say, since you respect yourself, since you have self-esteem, since you value yourself, you are victimizing me because you think that you're the prize. Can you tell me how ass backwards that is? Usually a woman say that because she's not getting what she wants from the man, which 9 times out of 10 is his resources.
If a man ever believes that he is the prize in a relationship, he doesn't love you. He is still looking around. A man's actions when he thinks that he is the prize in a relationship is the type of man who doesn't take you out on date even though he is keeping you in some certain type of situationship. He doesn't buy you things.
No one keeps a woman.
Okay. I'm gonna just cut it right here. But what this woman doesn't realize is this. A man that views himself as a prize is a man that values his time. Okay? If a man values his time, he's going to see himself as a prize regardless of what you got to say about it. Women like that feel like just because they're pretty, because they got some beautiful eyes and some shit like that, that their value is above the man. Now, the problem that I have with her is this. She's cute. I think she's Asian or something like that. But the problem with her is this. You may feel like men are not as valuable as you are. But the only problem is this. You still can't choose a man to marry you or to get married to you just because you like him or something like that. You can't. A man has to choose you. But anyways, guys, like, share, subscribe to the channel, support the podcast at Spotify.com. I just want to say something right quick. I want to say shout out to all the new channel members. Ebony Perkins, D. Scott, David Hunter, Faded Blades, and Big Earl, 1948. I just want to say shout out to all you guys for subscribing to becoming channel members. I know I gotta start posting more channel members or posting more on the channel, but I just want to say shout out to you guys. And thank each and every one of you guys for supporting the channel. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.